Can we render a conclusion of judgment? Dylan, that he started it. Okay? He didn't like you, and I understand where he's coming from. But what he did is unprofessional.
So you guys know I can get hot.
Super hot. You run hot.
I can run pretty hot.
Well, all of us can be dicks, Dylan.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not a competition, but I can get pretty hot. And I'm trying to work on how hot I get. But I run into these instances that I feel pretty objective about where I'm at in relation to the wrong that I'm experiencing, right?
Right.
And I can't be zen about that kind of shit. There's just the injustice is too grave.
Someone's wronged you.
Yes.
You need to settle a hash. And all rational thoughts are out the window at that point.
So I need you guys to be the judge and jury on whether or not I was a dick in 2 instances.
Okay. Do we have video, audio, or are you just going to explain
No, just a recounting.
Okay. And this is going to be, you'll give a fair recounting of it.
100%.
Okay.
Not a lot of color, just straight up facts. This is the no spin zone.
Many times I think that that's what APS was created for. It's not to make money.
No, we wanted
Listeners,
to replicate Bill O'Reilly's success.
I want to bounce things off the both of you, who I respect deeply.
Yeah.
And let me know if my actions on any given day, week, or story or tale I weave, if I'm in the wrong or right.
We're trying to grow as men, boys, and fathers, and daughters, and
Do you know that
sons.
the male brain is not fully developed to the age of 26?
Yep, well, we're long past that, and I hope that's not true, because boy, do I need a lot more development. But anyways, first scenario.
There's ways to work on your neuroplasticity.
That's 100% right. We've talked about it. Attitude of gratitude. Say it 100 times.
And magic
100
mind.
times.
They're not even paying us.
Okay, so golfing over the weekend. We've got 2 games going. We've got a Stableford match, and we've got match play. Okay, now I'm not going to get into the details about what those are.
I'm confused.
I know. All right. We've got 2 games going on simultaneously. I say I'm going to keep score for Stableford. You keep score for match play. He goes,
Are you actually on a golf course?
yeah.
Okay.
He goes, okay, no problem.
What's Stableford?
Stableford is points, 2 points for par,
Okay.
stuff like it's like a point system.
He's got the important point is he's got a little short pencil out.
Yes.
He's scrolling.
He's got to mark the high low on every hole.
I
I've
like
got
to know
mark
the rules of the
points.
game.
Yes. Okay. So Stableford is points. Match play is high low. Whoever gets the lowest score gets a point, and whichever team gets the highest score gives the other team a
How many
point.
players on each team?
2 on each team.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm keeping track of this. You keep track of that. Okay. Tee off. Lovely day golf. Get around the 13th hole, and I go, hey, where are we at with the match play? And this guy looks at me and goes, I've been keeping your guys' score for like 7 holes. And he said it with this blaseness, as though it was something that I should have no qualms with, as though this is something that isn't a big deal.
Almost as if he was never going to do it the whole time to begin with.
And I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? And we're not...
Hold on.
Yeah.
I think he's giving us straight facts. This is no spin zone. I
Dylan,
think
do you
that's
know
what
this
happened.
person?
Not that well.
Okay. How many minutes in close proximity talking with this person the entire time on the planet Earth?
8 hours.
Okay. All right. So we should feel pretty comfortable with this. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're guys,
So I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, it was your responsibility to keep score. And he said, it's not a big deal. And I said, no, it is a big deal. And he said, dude, we'll just look at the scorecards later. And I was like, all right. And I walked off the tee box in a bit of a huff. And I was thinking, did I go too far? Or was I just gaslit to high heaven, hog and the back way? I don't know. I was gaslit out of my mind.
I'll let Nick go first.
Jesus. How am I in the wrong?
All right, we're Judge Judy.
What I do?
Is there a way to figure it out with the scorecard you have?
Yes.
You can, like,
You have to
calculate.
go back and you have to do clerical work, which you know that I can't stand. And you have to copy all the scores over and do all the tallying and all that stuff. Sorry.
You're spinning.
Sorry.
I think the fact just knowing him and the fact that you can figure out the score, I think you came in a little hot.
Okay.
I would love to hear what Pat has to say.
All right, Nick, I disagree.
Oh!
This is guys out on a Sunday. They're playing golf. They're probably throwing down a couple Bud Lights. This is good old-natured ribbing from one guy to the next, and there needs to be more of that in 2022. Enough of this politically correct bullshit. You got to call a guy out. I bet he smiled at you. Did you guys go have a couple drinks, a couple Negronis at the bar at the end of the 18?
No.
Dylan's not going to drink with that son of a bitch.
No.
Not after that.
No, we did not share any cocktails. I was honestly repulsed. And it's this thing where it's like, why did you just stop doing it?
Well, Dylan,
How
some
come
people
you
don't think
just
it's as important as you do.
stopped?
But the good news is I think he probably didn't take it as you were probably laying it down and how serious you were. Again, Nick and I know you.
Yeah.
So if he had felt your heart and touched your heart at that moment, he'd realize how truly negative and angry you were.
Right.
But
You don't think he did?
He did not. He
Right.
probably took it as good-natured ribbing, and I'm okay with it, Dylan.
So guilty, innocent.
Innocent.
I said a little bit, but I actually, we got to be able to rib each other. Innocent.
Okay.
He's
all right.
innocent.
It sounds
There you
like I'm entering into a bit of a plea with Nick.
No. Pat just
No contest.
Pat just 12 angry
That's
men
where you're
me.
guilty,
Okay.
but you'll never do it again.
You convinced me. Great argument, Pat. Way to be so
My
passionate.
wife always tells me I should have been a lawyer.
I think the second
or
interaction,
Henry Fonda.
this person felt the hatred in my heart. Walked into Whole Foods today. Ran into somebody I don't really know at all.
Can I say that you have to start, like, I don't know, voting with the but you're at the feet of Jeff Bezos when you walk in there.
No, I know.
Yeah, and Dylan, get over that corporate greed bullshit.
No.
Oh, come on now.
No.
Yeah, and to clarify, Pat's not saying Dylan has corporate greed. Dylan detests it.
Yeah,
we all do.
I want to slaughter the ruling class because they've co-opted whatever.
Dylan's going to be a Robin Hood / Batman type.
But yeah, I'm going to keep the money.
Yeah. Oh, right.
I walk in. It's already uncomfortable because I have this interaction that I dread so much. When you see somebody that you don't really know.
In a setting that you are not, Dylan, I love this. Can I just jump in here?
Yeah.
All right. There are times where you like think in your life like, hey, it'd be so nice to run into, I don't know, so-and-so that I used to hang out with 10 years ago.
You don't run into those people.
Well, but then you run into them at the grocery store. But you got shit you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm going to pretend that I don't see them.
Right. That's always there's that moment where the two of you see one another and the onus has to be on one party to begin the interaction.
Or maybe both of us are similar mindsets where like, I don't need meaningless small talk right now.
I'm just trying to get the oat milk and I'm trying to get out.
I got to get out of here.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, lucky for me, that wasn't a debate at all with this young man. I met him one time at a family gathering up the coast.
You told him, what the fuck are you doing about something?
He was nice, but we don't really know each other. I walked in, he saw me immediately, and he goes, "Hey, I know that guy." He's talking to the cashier.
Oh,
And
wow.
I see him, and I'm going, "Hey!" And in my mind, who is it? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? And then we dap up and we hug, and as we embrace, I remember exactly who he is. Mm-hmm. Now, this is not the man that I offended, but it was an awkward way to enter into the grocer.
Vibes off.
Vibes are off. The man who I believe I offended me. Sorry, no spin zone. I go up to him and I say, "Excuse me, do you know where the tortillas are?" Had a little stutter. Right? And
He could have hit you with the today, Junior.
what he hit me with was, "Do you need to know where the T tortillas are or the tortillas?" And I said, no, I misspoke. Just the tortillas. And he said, they're right over there. And I said, hey, just out of curiosity, do you know what T tortillas are? And he said, no. And I go, yeah, me neither. And I walked away and I turned around and he was still looking at me like he was pretty pissed off that I had been unsavory towards him.
Let me break down the game film, Dylan. Let me break down the game film.
What a dickhead this guy was.
Well, Dylan, look, some of
Do
these...
you need to know where the T tortillas are? Fuck you. I stuttered. I don't feel good about it. Go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
I have to say this. I don't know if this is universal in the rest of the country, but I have to say some of the most angry employees are at grocery stores.
Yeah.
I know part of you showing up at your shift and you're getting ready to, I don't know, get behind that little counter thing in which you're going to be. Think about working at a grocery store. Unless you're a people person, one of the worst jobs you could ever possibly. It's almost as though Satan hated you and or God and said, you know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to subject you to other human beings in 5-minute interactions
Right.
for an 8-hour shift. So you're doing this. Beep, beep, beep. Did you plug your Ralph's card in there? I don't know what the fuck that is.
Right.
You know, every personality walking through you. There is a show called Supermarket, I think, about how much it sucks working at a supermarket.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Superstore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Superstore.
workplace comedy.
You know, imagine showing me you have to do this all day. Boop, boop, boop. And then you ask the person, why are you doing this? Like, wow, the benefits are great. Oh, so you're going to not live a fulfilling life until you're 65. Lots of cruises, I guess.
Listen. No,
Are you going to say the same thing I am?
Go ahead, Nick. No.
Yeah,
Probably not.
Superstore is a very underrated sitcom, and it was
sure
6
it is.
seasons. I'm telling you, it is. That's why
All the memorable episodes.
No, I
that
was
you
going to
guys
say
quote.
last week I think we established that I'm a privileged little bitch, right? And it sickens me that it makes me sad when I see people working those jobs because of how privileged I am and how I'm not in that situation. But it shouldn't make me sad. Those people have a job. They're working hard.
Mm-hmm.
They're providing for people, either themselves or their families. It's not a big deal. But I sometimes see sandwich artists at Subway and get a crippling depression thinking about the fact that
They don't care. I've had those shitty jobs. You have been privileged. You know what though, Dylan? Don't feel guilty about that. Just
Yeah.
because mom sent you off to a school, you wasted a bunch of her money and your dad's money, and then
Learned a lot about John Milton. Yeah,
sure.
that was good.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I did a lot for you.
Yeah.
Look, everyone is on their own path. I had all those shitty jobs. I didn't know, and I actually still look on them fondly. You know, don't think it's depressing, except when you're doing this. Boop, boop.
Well, the
boop,
thing, I wear a
boop.
lot of Hawaiian shirts, right? So
Or
when
someone that works at the 99-cent store.
when I go into Trader Joe's and I'm donning a particular blue Hawaiian shirt, it's kind of like when Larry in Curb Your Enthusiasm gets scalper tickets to go into Temple, and he's standing outside, and someone points to Susie and goes, "Is that your wife?" And he goes, "No, oh God, no." It's kind of like what I do when I'm in Trader Joe's and someone asks me if I work there. If I'm in that shirt, I go, "Oh God, no, I'm not. I have no idea what you're looking for."
Just so you know, I'd work at Trader Joe's. The guys that work there get so much pussy.
Okay.
No, seriously.
Well,
you work there. I see all the fucking divorcees and the hot housewives that are down
Right.
there. They're ready to bang all the guys behind those counters.
Okay.
They're fascists, though. I know a guy who got fired because he was filming himself farting on coworkers and customers.
Well, that's inappropriate.
No, they're fascist. It helped launch his career, though.
So, was I a dick? Judge Mathis, Judge Judy, please render a judgment.
Go ahead, Nick.
You wearing the Hawaiian shirt to Trader Joe's reminds me of the Knicks fire tweet. I hate it when people come up to me at Home Depot and ask me if I work there every time I go there wearing my orange smock.
Yeah.
I said it much more succinctly in my
Right.
tweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to get that in there, and it
Yeah.
got cut off.
Something about like, why can I not walk into Best Buy in a blue polo without being accosted?
No, the Home Depot orange smock part, that part I did definitely.
No, totally.
include, yeah.
Really quickly before you guys render a judgment, did go into Best Buy again last week to pick up a webcam. And
Why
finally,
do you do this to yourself?
finally, I was in a bind. finally found someone that works there, and he was baked out of his mind, just finishing up with his 15th lunch break of the day. And I said, hey, do you have any webcams? And I was standing in front of the webcam display wherein there are advertisements for the products that they used to have but no longer because it's just an empty shelf. I said, do you have any webcams? And he looked at the shelf and he said, yeah, we should. And I said, well, it doesn't look like it. Are there any any other place in the store? Because there's none here. And he said, I think there might be one that is in a canceled order. I'll be back in a second. He takes, I don't know, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to go check out if there is a webcam, and comes back and says, no, there is not. And I was kind of a dick to him too, because I've just had it with Best Buy. They just don't have anything.
Dylan, it's everywhere. By the way, I want to jump off that. Can we render a conclusion of judgment? Dylan, that he started it. Okay? He didn't like you, and I understand where he's coming from. But what he did is unprofessional. Okay? You're just a customer. You get to be a dick. He's on the clock. He's being paid. That's a work environment. He can't be like eyeing you out, giving you dirty looks.
Where do you get the confidence to condescend to me because I just made a mistake? You're stocking tortilla chips, dude. Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
Yep.
I mean, he gave us the facts. It's the no spin zone. But I just wonder if there's any possible way this guy said it in like a jovial, joking way to Dylan, and Dylan flew off the handle. That being said, I don't know what happened. So, Pat, you Henry Fonda, 12 Angry Men me again. You're innocent. That guy's a dick.
This is another podcast show. It's a show where we gab and goof about really whatever is at top of mind. I'm Dylan, saddled up next to one real Nicholas Davis.
Ahoy, mateys.
Pat produced the podcast is over there behind my glasses.
Hey, everybody. All right, Dylan, I want to jump off something you did. Nick, do you mind if I do this?
Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, don't take your time.
I want to tell you how horrible employees are now. I think it's getting better because I went to Staples on Sunday because I had to buy invoice books.
Is anyone
here? I need some paper.
Right.
Anyone have any ink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staples has bugles and Post-it notes and the kind of pens that you don't like writing with.
Yes.
And office chairs.
I was just going to say.
But everything else, they're out.
Who said, I need a new office chair? Well, where are you going to go, honey? I'm going to go to Staples.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to learn taps.
All right, Dylan, you want to hear a story about bad employees.
Oh, the chips bugles.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah, you remember
Twizzlers?
Oh yeah.
And fucking gummy bears.
I'm
and
a
then
witch.
there's two ladies over near that where you get stuff printed out incorrectly. Staples sucks. Anyway.
They have moleskins, candy, bugles, and office chairs. Go ahead.
All right, so get this. So the wife and I, we got this whole renovation going on here. All right. So
what are you talking about?
So
this thing's called a bugle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a bugle,
cool.
Itty bitty bugle
tracks.
boy company be.
So the wife decided on these floors. We added 1,000 square feet on our house. And I said, hey, pick something that's in the budget. Okay. So she falls in love with these floors.
Women be shopping.
And I go, all right. So we need 1,000 square feet. I'm smart enough to ask, all right, so where are we going to order these floors from? And she says, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So it takes about a week. The contractor says, hey, we're ready for floor time. Where are these floors?
Do you call it floor time?
Yeah, it's floor time. I would start putting down the floors. Time to,
would be floor time.
He wants to get out of here.
Right.
And I want him out of here too.
Right.
So she says, oh, the floors. Well,
it's like an Edgar Allan Poe.
I've located 12 boxes at a Lowe's in Santa Clarita.
The florist?
No, floors.
Oh my God, really quickly. You know what the guy said to me at Best Buy? I can look to see if another location has it. I'm in Glendale. He goes, the one in West Hollywood has 2 left.
That you should have stabbed him.
Don't speak to me.
Dylan, that's what happened to us. So we literally...
It's 6:30 on a Wednesday. I'm not driving to West Hollywood. It'll take me an hour and 45 minutes.
We need 50 boxes of this fucking floor that Cherie picked out. So she feels now, oh boy, I got to roll out to Santa Clarita to pick up these 12 boxes they got there. Now she's scrambling. I said, hey, honey, where are you going? She lies to me. Hey, I got to watch the kid for 6 hours while you go to Santa Clarita to pick up. What are you doing? So the floors she picked out.
It's a cross-country road trip going to Santa Clarita.
My wife, she wanted these floors so bad, she wished she'd wished it into existence. They stopped making these floors. They don't have them. So she goes to Santa Clarita and she says, hey, I need more floors. I need like 50 boxes. Well, we only got 12. They tell her, hey, up in Oxnard.
Oh,
we got 40.
God.
So she goes, all right, this is where I get the call from her. All this happened behind my back.
Oxnard is an hour up the 101 with no traffic.
Exactly. On a Saturday where I'm watching the kid, And so she goes, I'm headed to Oxnard. I go, for what?
It's so funny how averse men are to rearing children.
Oh, man. So she lies to me. She goes up to Oxnard. Turns out they only got 4 boxes there. So then she calls down to Salvador, our contractor. I hope you guys are all following this. I'm explaining this correctly.
She goes, I know it's floor time.
There's 9 more boxes in Santa Barbara.
What I'm trying to establish here is
I have to go to Austin. I'll be right back.
My wife's a liar. A liar. And she's trying to do damage control. And then, So then she calls Salvador. She says, I just called down to Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
These floors that I want. To the contractor. They got 20 boxes down there. Yeah. He doesn't bother call or do his due diligence. He drives down there, shows up there. There's by all these systems that we have in this world of all these corporations.
Are you talking about digital inventory?
Yeah, digital inventory. How dare, he goes down there, this poor sap. No floors. Drives back with a smile on his face. Oh, we just wasted 4 hours of your fucking life. By the way, he's got a young kid at home too. He should be spending time with.
Right.
Wife lied to him.
Right.
Anyway,
so Cherie drove from Oxnard to Huntington Beach?
No. She sent Salvador down. Right. By the way,
Cherie went to Santa Clarita, then Oxnard, then sent Salvador to
down
Huntington
there.
Beach.
She's scrambling. This is why Pat's a project manager. So I finally get to the bottom of it.
Can
Salvador,
you not speak in third person, please?
Okay. Salvador, what happened? In broken English, he tells me, basically, your wife lied to me. All right, fine, Salvador. Cherie, I get her on the phone.
You don't have to color
Hey, Cherie, what's going on with these fucking floors?
Right.
I'm watching this kid all day long. I got shit I got to do. You're driving around the fucking Central Valley. What's up with the floors? She says, okay, I think they have the floors in Ventura County. I say, fine. Come home. I'm getting in the car. We'll take the kid out there.
Yeah.
I call Ventura. I call Ventura. I go, hey, you got these floors up
You go,
there.
it's floor time. I need you.
I
to
need
tell
floors.
Me. Right.
I get a nice girl on the phone. She says, I'm taking my lunch break.
Yeah.
But I got eyes on him. I go, I need you to get up on a ladder. I need you to take a photo. I need you to send it to me.
Oh, wow.
She says, fine, I will. You know what do you call it? Like proof of concept? Proof of life? She gives me the proof of life photo. They're here. Fine. I tell the wife, that's how you do it. You don't let these people lie to you.
Did you tell her that you had kind of been through the ringer with this whole thing, or did you just demand that she get a ladder?
Have it in the fucking car on the drive.
No. I'm not speaking to Cherie. I'm talking about the woman you told to end her lunch break and get on a ladder.
I said we've been lied to by Lowe's.
Okay, got it.
You guys are horrible.
Okay.
You've all lied to us.
Right.
I need proof of life photos.
Right.
You know, like when someone's a hostage, you need to make sure they're still alive, and I need a fucking newspaper next to it.
Yeah, it's called.
That's what I need with the floors.
It's called a Paul.
Well, Cherie and I and the kid, Elliot, we get in the fucking car. Another hour out there. This is burning my entire Saturday, and this is why my wife and I may soon be going to some counseling.
Yeah.
We drive the fuck up there. We go in the store.
Uh-huh.
I find whoever is there. She's on her lunch break. Fine. She left a fucking Post-it note saying this couple's coming up here. Be sure to have the floors. Well, this fucking poor soul, he doesn't know what we're talking about. He pulls the ladder thing up there. He's like, well, we got to wait till what's-her-face gets off her break. We wait there for 45 minutes. Meanwhile, my kid, she's got a dump in her diaper.
Yeah.
She's losing her mind. The girl shows up that we've been talking to. She gets back up on the stairs, and I said, I need those floors.
It's floor time.
She gets up on the stairs. She says, I thought those were the floors. They're the wrong ones. And yeah, I wanted to climb up on the ladder and throw her off it and strangle her, but I realize it's a part of a bigger problem, which is, what did you say those things were? Digital inventory?
You said that, but yeah.
Lowe's. I don't have floors in my house.
It's not floor time anymore.
My wife and I need to go to counseling.
Right.
Because of you.
Right. And also kind of because of you too, but
Lowe's has always been the worst.
Don't trust. Well, my point was, sorry, Dylan, you triggered this with Best Buy. Don't trust these motherfuckers. When you call them, you actually need a video of them actually pulling the TV.
You need to
the washing
FaceTime with them.
Tried that. Phone wasn't working. I forget her name. I'd love to sell it if I could. Anyway, call. Always call. Get proof.
Yeah, no, we've spoken about these mom and pop shops, Home Depot, Staples, Best Buy, Lowe's. They just don't know how to do it anymore. Like, how hard is it to keep a digital inventory? The problem is these places are littered with employees that could give two fucks.
Shit.
And I don't blame them. Like, what are you passionate about
They'll
fucking?
probably do a podcast about how much they hated working at Lowe's, and we'll all laugh at it. Like, hey, but I was a customer there.
Right. They just don't care.
So in like an ideal perfect world, you could have just ordered them ahead of time, and I hope get
Or how
delivered to your
about, Sheree,
house.
how about
That-
you fucking order some fucking
Hey,
floor?
you're hot as fuck right now.
Well, I'm
okay?
going through a fucking renovation, Dylan. and
But can we ask the question, why did this happen? Why
because Sheree had a
The
fucking
video game
hard on.
collector.
The wife
Right, yeah.
Journey.
wants the floors that she wants, and rather than go through the contractor who gives her samples and says, I will provide these.
Yeah.
She has to go outside and make it as complex and fucking more work for the entire fucking family.
Yeah.
And cause all this drama. The contractor showed up with 6 samples that look very similar to the ones that Sheree wanted
Every
to chase.
day of Cheree's life is Independence Day, okay? She is.
Don't do renovations. It's not a thing that they joke about in the movies. This will destroy your relationship. Buy a new house. Buy a new house. Trust me. We could do a podcast in a house in Woodland Hills with a garage that I convert.
How do fucking
All right, I'm going to shut up now.
Joan and
Oh my God, I need therapy.
do it.
You should go to this Jungian therapist that I know. She's very expensive, but it's very cool to break down the animus, the anima, and the shadows of your mind. So we can go to a lot of different places here. Nick saw a prostitute be...
That scared me, Nick, when you told me that story.
I've lost my enthusiasm for it.
Okay, well then we have to talk about the crumbling city of Los Angeles a little bit more with the examination of some messaging that has come out of the LA Unified School District. So,
You ever think Dylan's becoming a Republican?
No, I'm not becoming a Republican. I just... Stop it. So...
His eyes are being open. It's two sides of the same coin.
No, it's not two sides of the same coin. I believe in big government because I believe that people are too stupid to handle their lives on their own. People don't want freedom. They want Mountain Dew. Now, I understand that it's paradoxical to have big government that works well, but I'm dealing with that. I'll figure out how to fix it. I think it's slaughtering the ruling class.
Wait for the first year he makes $1 million. We'll see how he likes
Okay,
big
well, you
government.
chill out.
Oh.
So, there is this food neutrality messaging that has been talked about quite a bit. But before we get there, I want to talk about people who are shitting on Los Angeles who are not living here. It's been kind of cheesing me off that the Austin Tourism Board, headed up by Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe, and all these people get to wax Armageddon about how awful Los Angeles is. And
I
listen,
think that's fucked up too. If you don't live in a place and experience it, you don't get to talk about it.
They
Fuck.
did though, and they moved.
I know that they did and they moved, but they're talking about the city as though it is this hellscape, which it is. But there are things that are just not true, like the porta potties on major intersections.
They were there for a minute.
I've never seen one on a major
There was
intersection
one right
in my
on the
life.
corner. That was one of their solutions when they're like, "Hey, there's a lot of excrement on the sidewalk." They're like, I got a plan. Porta potties.
Right.
Dylan, that was a thing. And maybe for them, if you're talking about Joe Rogan, that might have been a breaking point for him. Like, they're putting fucking porta potties on off-ramps. That was a thing, Dylan.
Oh, God. Well, still, if you moved, just be happy with where you are. Don't shit on the city that we're trying to survive in, okay? Just be happy with your pulled pork nachos and your, cooking.
Great music scene.
Cooking the creek or whatever the fuck you guys go.
And you're cool, but still homeless people.
Yeah, there's homeless people there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a great
Everywhere
point.
sucks.
It's a future decrepit shithole, and it's not far away. It's becoming lawless in its own right.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, this is...
Savage Fatty.
Yeah, Savage X Fatty. This is something that has come out recently and is obviously rife for, fodder. This was... I don't think it was posted to the LA Unified School District Instagram. I want to get that right because I don't necessarily know that they put it on their social media, but they might have. Regardless, this was something that was circulating around the admin folks heading up the largest school district in the country. I think.
Yes, it is. Yep. 600,000 kids.
So let's take a listen to what we are teaching our kids about food.
Donuts? Those are so bad for you. Oh no, are they moldy? I mean, are they poisoned? Are you allergic? No, I'm just saying. You're judging my food choices based on a false standard of health again, aren't you? Guilty.
Diet culture, fat phobia, and systems of oppression have created false hierarchies of food, and it shows up everywhere.
For instance, harmful thought patterns like earning food through exercising, or that dessert is the reward for the punishment of eating vegetables.
Remember that you do not need to earn food.
We are all incorrectly taught from a young age that our size, and therefore the foods that we eat, are markers of our self-worth. Moralizing food can lead to harmful relationships with food and disordered eating.
Instead of focusing on good and bad choices, try to approach food with neutrality in mind.
The only foods that are bad for you are foods that contain allergens, poisons, and contaminants. Or food that is spoiled.
Okay, so we're going
or
to
is
keep rolling
otherwise
with this for a little bit longer.
I love it. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. This is my favorite. Okay, now they're showing Savage Fatty, Maya Fino, who is a human rights advocate and model. But this is the highlight of the video, which is, I believe, a TikTok called Smarter in Seconds. This is 5 facts to fight something.
To fight diet culture.
The idea that we cannot govern our own bodies is rooted in European colonization. Diet culture is not rooted in health, it's rooted in power. Okay. Your body needs food.
You don't have to earn it or burn it off. The harm starts young. Children internalize fat phobia by the age of 5. Diet culture is fat phobia.
It can't be reformed, it must be abolished.
Smarter in seconds.
Okay. It's going to end with like one of those info screens about like where everybody is. This is Savage Fatty died of COVID.
Okay.
Get vaccinated.
So,
now I'm a little bit torn with this,
yes, I am too.
and I'll tell you why.
Well, they're conflating two things.
Right. It's so all over the place. There is a truth that underprivileged families and kids do not have the money to go to Erewhon, Whole Foods, Lassen's, and buy good quality ingredients. And they shouldn't be shamed for eating the foods that they can afford.
Right.
Bag of spinach isn't that expensive, but
I actually think I disagree with that premise.
Okay,
I was just they were conflating like diet culture and like health crazes go way too far and stuff and isn't always about healthy lifestyle.
Right.
But a donut is not good for you.
No,
it's
not.
just not. It's just not.
By the way, when you eat something, you feel like crap.
Right.
Yeah. Have you ever eaten a donut and said, "Hey, I feel great"?
God, I could go run a fucking 5K right now.
You instantly get this blast of sugar high, and then you fucking feel depressed, and then you want to take a shit.
It used to be so funny when I used to work at the Adam Carolla show, which turn this off, go listen to that.
Oh, I was going to say, Adam's amazing. Do you hear who we had on this week? Dave Keckner. You know, Dave Keckner, he is a drunk.
Okay.
I looked him up. The guy said,
Okay.
you know, when you
All
hear
right,
someone's,
okay.
hold on, you hear someone's voice and you know they're like drunk or they're a drinker. You know, I had to go to AA meetings a couple of years ago, and everyone in there, you'd hear this thing in their voice where you're like, what's with this voice?
It's the thirst.
They're drunk. So I looked him up. The guy's got 2 DUIs this year and a divorce. He's a total drunk.
I
Hey,
love
listen to
Keckner.
Adam Carolla. He's awesome. By the way, he had no questions about that. What a gentleman. That guy is a fucking
That's how
mensch.
you interview people. You don't accost them and ambush them. But regardless,
Go
you're
over
listening to this.
adamcarolla.com.
You're listening to this show right now, and we appreciate it. Stick with us. Now, you guys had thoughts.
I did.
Oh no! What I was saying is, when I used to work at the Adam Carolla show, I would always be so fascinated because some of the lunch orders that would come in would be Philly cheesesteaks, chicken parmesan at $1.15 with 5 hours left in the day, and I was just thinking, how the fuck can you eat that
and
entire
work?
thing? It's 2 pounds of whiz. So yes, there are certain foods that are just like scientifically, categorically, objectively not good for you.
Right. This is another diet plan. Actually, if you kind of lay it out, like everyone's like, hey, just eat cookies. It's the cookie diet. Everyone gets fat. And they're like, hey, just drink a lot of water. Drink 8 gallons of water a day. Everyone gets fat. And it's like,
You'll die if you do that.
hey, just eat bacon and eggs. You stop doing that, you get fat. You start hitting the carbs again. You follow this diet,
Right.
you'll be fat.
Yeah. You'll
And enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah, totally. So the tricky thing about this is that we can go down a little bit of a rabbit hole here, and we can get a little tinfoily. Now,
What are they trying to do?
the woman here who is speaking
The rabbit hole or the shoot? What are you saying here, dude?
is Dr. Kara Niemdiop.
Is this person?
Yes,
Okay, she's trying to sell something.
Black
She
nutritionist.
is at Black Nutritionist.
At
Now-
Black Dot Nutritionist.
Yes.
Microaggression.
Now, her title, so I'm told, is nutritionist scientist at Mondelez. Mondelez is one of these corporations that, is.
Are they trying to get us to eat the bugs?
You will own nothing. You will not eat beef. You were. I can't do it.
They're trying to get us to eat the bugs. The bugs. Look at Charlie's stare on there. She's trying to sell us the bugs.
Bill Gates wants to nuke the moon, and Klaus Schwab wants you to eat bugs. Your children will die. You will do nothing about it. Buy my vitamins. So, Mondelez is one of these companies that, Heritage Foundation, Monsanto, there's a lot of veneer-y kind of beauty on the front of...
It's a beautiful photo. I mean, it's an
It's a
amazing
beautiful photo of...
Looks like they're trying to help people.
Yeah, what looks to be an indigenous woman who is harvesting some kind of heritage breed of cacao.
I get the sense she has a real passion for what she does.
Well,
Yeah,
absolutely. She has really bad teeth, too, so that makes me feel bad
Of
for her.
course,
It's
right.
all there. It's
Yeah.
all there.
Right. So now Mondelez International is snacking made, right? They are, I don't know, a kind of monopoly in the food game. They own quite a bit of our favorite brands. Now we should go through some of the brands here, which range from
Belvita. I buy those for, Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy to Honey Maid,
all garbage.
to Oreo,
Sour Patch
to
Kids.
Sour Patch Kids and Ritz crackers. The list goes on
Triscuits.
and on
Wheat Thins.
and on.
By the way, nutritionist Vinny Tortorich from a show that we used to be associated with. By the way, always listen to Adam Carolla. He's a genius. He said, what's the worst food that you could ever possibly eat? And he said, a fucking Wheat Thin.
yeah,
It's garbage.
they're terrible for you, but they are delicious.
And your liver can't
Everything
tell
that's bad for you is.
the liver can't tell the difference between Snickers and a baked potato.
Right.
That was just real.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Keto's sick because like you don't eat any carbs. You just eat a bucket of egg salad, and you'll lose weight because there's no carbs in that bucket of egg salad. Right. There are 5,000 calories and 700 grams of cholesterol, but it doesn't matter. Do you want to be thin or do you want to be thin? So this
I think
woman,
you're really reductive
She works
about the
for them.
ketogenic diet. But
This woman works for those
the
companies.
woman who is spreading the message of food neutrality and diets that should not be judged based on what they intake and what they ingest is working for
She's
a
on the
company
take.
that literally owns Chips Ahoy, Honey Maid, Sour Patch Kids, and Ritz crackers.
she works for Melendez or
Yes.
whatever.
Hey, Nick.
What's it called? Microaggression.
Melendez.
Hey, Nick.
I think.
Hit her up on the Instagram thing. Message her. Ask her if she wants to come on and answer a few questions.
Are we doing gotcha journalism now?
Are
I'm
we
in.
doing gotcha journalism?
Come on,
That
Nick.
it would. I got chills and
Isn't
shit.
that crazy?
You're blowing the roof off
You-
this thing.
you-
Because if you disagree, we're racist.
Right.
We're 3 white racists who hate.
But a bunch of white people in a boardroom go, hey, they won't know what we're doing.
It's
And
unbelievably
Black Dot Nutritionist
We-
is carrying water for her.
Hey, I just called Black Dot Nutritionist. She's in. She's in
So-
on the grift.
This is this thing where it's like you can't be serious. You can't think that we're this stupid.
They do.
It worked for a while. And listen, this country is, excuse me, it has our sectors of genius. We are a superpower because of that. But on the whole, the country is not doing well via, according to academia and intelligence quotients, we're just not that great.
Dylan, you think this is a new thing? It's been happening for 80 years. They used to run commercials on the Johnny Carson show where doctors would go, you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day
I'm saying
and
it's
you'll feel better.
I'm saying it's a broader thing. Go
And
ahead.
isn't this more insidious
Yeah.
that you're racist if you think it's unhealthy
well,
to
that's
eat a
what I-
cracker?
That's what I kind of want to tie it into. So there's this thing where we've been kind of force-fed like a goose a lot of these things that nobody's really wanting. And if you do balk at them, things are levied at you that are unavoidable. Homophobia in Billy Eichner's case, racism and at Black Nutritionist, aka shill of Melendez, would levy at us. Things like this. And it's like, I think people are just, they're done. They're fucking done with it. Because I'm sorry, Billy, it's not homophobia that we didn't go see
Billy
your movie.
Eichner, yeah.
You're not a star.
Movie
You're
poster
not
sucked.
bringing people into the theater. You're not a household name. And another thing, the thing that I found really offensive about the marketing of this campaign, of this movie, is just how cookie cutter white they're portraying gay men to be. I mean, how
Pretty-
offensive and disgusting
I think
is
it is.
that?
Boat trip.
It's just unbelievable.
We saw the trailer, Billy, and it looked pretty hacky. And that's why we didn't go.
But how long is this stuff going to keep coming out where we have women telling us that donuts aren't bad for you?
Well, no.
And if you disagree, it is inert colonial hatred that's in your heart that needs to be purged. Like, when are we just going to go,
Go fuck off.
just shut up?
Well, culture is sometimes it takes about 5 or 10 years to catch up to mock something that happened. Well, yeah, like a decade before.
Right.
We're going to have a fun decade in 10
I
years.
think we're going to have a fun decade too when we finally point our crosshairs at what we need to point, spilling the blood of the ruling class, right? How is Mitch McConnell's wife just allowed to be a Chinese spy? Why are we talking about donuts
Hey, why are
when
you
Mitch
getting into
McConnell's wife is a
politics?
Chinese spy? I mean, what are we doing
Hey, no
here?
politics, dude.
Maybe that was racist.
No politics.
Sign the contract, Mitch. Let's get in the
Let's
ring with
fucking
them.
do it, Mitch.
Hey, I want to go to bed.
All right, let's go to bed then. Jump in the iTunes ratings, your reviews, leave 5 stars, kind words. And we'll see you at patreon.com/another podcast network for loads more content. Join us on YouTube. If you're listening, watching us on YouTube right now, hit the like button right now. Just do it. Do it.
Do it.
Just quickly do it. Now hit the subscribe button. That's it.
Do it, racist.
Thank you. God. All right, we'll see you next week. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Nick, say goodbye.
Bon voyage.
Pat, say goodbye.
Later, dudes.